Hi, Mark Hambrook here from the MSA. Season's greetings to everyone. Today is Monday, December the 23rd. Even though we don't have a lot of snow, we did have a dusting yesterday, so as I look out the window, everything is white, which is kind of nice, and I think we're going to keep that right through the Christmas season. Just as we reflect back a little bit on 2019, even though salmon runs were not good, from an organizational point of view, we had a very successful year. We made good working relationships with our federal and provincial governments, and especially embarked on a number of programs with our First Nations communities. So I think we're in good stead to help participate in this charge to reinvigorate salmon stocks in the Miramichi. So next year I'm looking forward to getting some positive traction. Just a few updates. We had our meeting with DFO on striped bass, and it was a bit of a review on the status of striped bass. We don't have the numbers yet for 2019, but this meeting was more about what we want to see for the future of the striped bass fishery. And we had First Nation groups from all over New Brunswick and conservation groups and just people interested in striped bass angling. And I think that the consensus, not everyone was on the same page, but I'd say 90% of the people were there. We're hoping that the Miramichi has a balanced ecosystem where striped bass are still there in good numbers and Atlantic salmon are there as well. And we know there's direct competition between the two. So the objective of the meeting is that we need to bring that striped bass population under control and drop it down to a reasonable level. So that was sort of the consensus from the First Nations, the way I heard it. And with the exception of just a couple of groups that were focused in on striped bass fishing, it was the general consensus everywhere. So, so bringing that population down, we have a commercial fishery with the First Nations, and they caught 11,000 fish last year, which was successful. They had good price for their product, and it didn't create jobs, and it was good, but we need to get that ramped up higher. So hopefully in the next year we'll have more First Nation trap nets catching bass, because if we're at 300,000 and we need to bring it down to say 80,000, we need to either increase recreational harvest or have more commercial fisheries. So that was a positive meeting. We also have our application in to eradicate smallmouth bass in Miramichi Lake. So as part of that application, DFO did a science review, and it's now published on their website. And of course, what a review does is it picks apart your application. And so it was a very helpful document that pointed out some of the shortfalls in the plan that can be reinforced. But in general, the summary is that smallmouth bass in Miramichi Lake, and if it escapes into the rivers, we don't know how much devastation it will do, but it will not be positive. It will be negative, and really from that we take the action is required. So on another note, we said a little farewell to Stephen Tonning, who's been our Director of Development for the last 7 years. Stephen was brought on to help with Campaign 60, and he's been a great asset to our team, and he's retiring, and we wish him well. And I know he's going to be staying an active volunteer with the MSA in the future. So it's been a pleasure working with Stephen over the years. Now, if you need a last-minute Christmas gift, how about a gift of a toonie draw? Every week we do a toonie draw, $2. You could call Kate, and she could set you up for a year in that draw every week. For 52 times 2 is $104. And she'll send a notification to your gift recipient on Christmas Day. That might be a something for you. And then another thing that you can watch for is we're putting an order in for front license plates. It's in New Brunswick now, we only require one license plate on the back. So we're going to have a couple of different designed MSA front license plates, which will be available in the new year. So look for that online, and it might be something that you might like. Anyway, best of all for the holidays, and let's hope for a prosperous 2020.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on that notification bell so you can stay up to date with everything happening here at the MSA.